Okay, let's dive right in. Today, we're completely throwing out all that comforting, feel-good philosophical advice. Instead, we're exploring a strictly practical, hard-hitting approach to facing life, one that uses scientific rationality as our true compass for survival. We live in a world absolutely obsessed with theories, but right now, we're focusing strictly on what actually works in the real world. We are starting off with a tough love reality check. The whole goal here is to instantly shatter that romanticized victimhood we all sometimes fall into. Honestly, if you don't have financial independence, all those grand philosophies don't really matter. They're literally just an escape, a way to numb the pain of personal responsibility. So let's move to our first core pillar, Section 1, dismantling the illusion of ideologies and how we use them to escape reality. Just look at the stark contrast on this slide. On one side, we have magical and mythical thinking. Sure, creating imaginary enemies or supernatural solutions might make you feel better in the short term, but scientific rationality, that is the absolutely crucial tool capable of actually changing your future. It's all about evidence over illusion. Now, what's really fascinating here is how it frames grand ideological identities. It defines extreme fanaticism or nationalism as mere emotional pacifiers, literally like a baby's pacifier. They're just psychological tools we use to avoid facing our own poverty or our failure to achieve things practically. Moving right along to Section 2, we're addressing the absolute baseline of human existence: survival first and the undeniable rule of financial independence. How often do we see someone who can't even afford their next meal, but they're completely consumed by existential dread and the philosophical meaninglessness of death? It's crazy, right? This high-level philosophical worry acts as a massive roadblock, totally distracting us from our immediate pragmatic survival needs. So the rational answer to that existential dread is actually super sharp. You won't feel a thing when you die. The real problem isn't death, it's how you're going to live today. Stripping away that panic forces you to refocus on what actually matters right now, securing your financial present. For anyone out there wanting to impulsively quit their job because of stress, you need to follow these rational steps. Keep your current job. Take a break to calm down. Look for a new job in secret. And whatever you do, do not quit until your next income is 100% secured. Do not jeopardize your survival. Now that basic survival is secured, we shift to Section 3, why social intelligence is far more important than cognitive intelligence. Scoring a perfect 100 on a memory test? That's cognitive intelligence. But you could be an absolute genius at math and still completely fail at convincing your boss of a simple idea. It is social and emotional intelligence that truly dictates your success with other humans in the real world. How do I handle dealing with stupid people all the time? We hear variations of this complaint constantly, but in reality, this question usually masks a person's own interpersonal struggles, hiding them behind a fake sense of superiority to protect their ego. Here's the tough truth: the stupidity might actually be inside you. True social intelligence means mastering the art of interacting with all types of people. Yes, even narcissists. It's about adjusting your approach and reading the room rather than letting other people's behavior paralyze you. Let's transition into Section 4, the reality of anxiety and psychotherapy. We really need to strip away the stigma here. This slide brilliantly demystifies anxiety by breaking it down into its biological realities. It's not a personal failing. It's a physiological response from a stressed nervous system. When you realize that your racing heart is just a biological glitch, dealing with it becomes so much easier than fighting some invisible fear. Who wouldn't want a magic pill to make all the pain vanish instantly? It is entirely natural to desire a perfect cure to psychological struggles. But that desire brings us to a very tough, yet absolutely necessary truth if we want to actually break free from our illusions. We have to completely smash the myth of a perfect cure. There is no 100% complete cure where you never feel stress again. True recovery is about reducing your symptoms by half, adapting, and living a highly functional life despite the background noise of anxiety. Check out this chart. By intentionally achieving small daily successes, you actively shrink the percentage of your brain that's dominated by anxiety. You are literally replacing paralysis with momentum, step by step, day by day. It's incredibly powerful stuff. Finally, to wrap up our pragmatic hierarchy, Section 5, taking personal responsibility and the practical steps to success. 0, that is exactly the number of magical herbs, supernatural solutions, or perfect ideologies that are going to fix your life. There is no magic button that makes you healthy or rich overnight. Only real, tangible action makes the difference. Take a look at this structured daily routine. Staying constantly and physically busy throughout the day is literally the ultimate antidote to destructive daydreaming and escapism. Engaging in concrete tasks physically stops your brain from spiraling into pointless overthinking. So, your key takeaways from this explainer are simple but profound. Accept your human flaws without beating yourself up. Secure your financial independence as a non-negotiable priority. Completely stop playing the victim and start taking real responsibility for your actions today. I'll leave you with this final provocative thought. Are you going to keep hiding behind those comforting illusions and pacifiers, or are you absolutely ready to embrace the tough, rewarding work of scientific rationality to build your reality? The choice, as always, is entirely yours.